at the very least.
Welcome to Columbia Gorge Locals. I'm your host, Joey Lick. You may notice everything's a little bit different today. That's because we're here at Empower Yoga with Angie.
Hello.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming.
I know, this is so fun. So I have never done yoga in my entire life. Maybe like 2 poses at home that Megan made me try, but that's about it.
Do you remember any of the names of the poses that you tried?
No.
Like, because everybody's go-to is child's pose, of course.
I always like, as soon as she said, I'm like, this is stupid. And I just got up and I got it over with, and then I didn't do anything else.
Like, I don't need to stretch. It's fine. I'm good.
I am a sweaty person by nature, so you're going to see me get all hot and bothered, which is cool. But first question, do you believe in Sasquatch or Bigfoot?
Oh, well, absolutely.
How come?
Because if you can't believe in some of the fun things that you aren't sure are out there, what is life?
Sure. That
I
makes sense.
love a little bit of mystery and a little bit of surprise. So I like to
Yeah.
believe it's out there.
I talked to someone the other day. They said on the podcast that they believe that the Sasquatch was brought down as a watcher.
Yeah.
Like a watcher of the people.
Okay. Well, that's cute.
I know. I'm blowing my mind. I haven't heard that before.
Me either, because normally when I think of Sasquatch or Bigfoot, I think, well, if I run into him, I'm running the other direction.
Yeah.
There's no
absolutely.
watching over me. There's just chasing me through the
Yeah. I wouldn't.
So, and good thing for yoga, because that makes me agile. I'll be able to leap over all of the things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've known you for 20 years.
Yeah, long time.
You look younger now than you did when I met you.
Thank you. I appreciate
You
that.
do.
I honestly believe that hot yoga is the fountain of youth.
Yeah.
Truly. It's so good for your skin. And we do it a little differently here in Empower Yoga.
Uh-huh.
We don't have a forced air heat. We do yoga under infrared. So infrared is very good for the body.
Is that these lights?
Yeah, well, it's not the lights, it's the panels that you see above you.
Oh, yeah.
It helps evenly distribute the heat, first of all,
That is so cool.
but it helps with cellular regeneration.
So
It helps with muscle injury.
How hot does it get?
We go at 105.
God.
It is a different heat, though. It's not dehydrating the way
Yeah.
a forced air heat class would be, because it heats you on a cellular level. But it's great for arthritis, injury, and it's
That's
just
cool.
great for rebuilding, a lot of the tissues, the fascia that holds in your body. So infrared is very beneficial.
It's better for cooking too. I have an infrared barbecuer. And for some reason, the meat's always different when it comes out.
A little more tender?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that makes
Kind
sense.
of like everybody when they step out of here after a hot yoga class. They're a little tender.
Yeah.
You can like poke them with a fork. They'd be like, I'm done.
I know. They're like, dude, why'd you get that barbecue? I'm like, that was the one on Facebook Marketplace that I saw first. And it worked really well. Okay, so how long? Let's get into our first pose, and I'll ask you your next question.
Okay. Well, let's start with a really easy pose. We're
Okay.
going to take an elevated sukhasana or easy seat.
Okay.
So it's basically just like crisscross applesauce. You cross at the ankles.
I mean,
and
it
you
was
let
already
your
pretty
knees-
easy just sitting there, but okay.
And you let your knees fall down a little bit. And
Okay.
notice that your seat is elevated. So it's going to help open the hips a little bit. You just want to keep your shoulders over your wrists.
Okay.
Soft through the shoulders. Maybe pull the back of the rib cage out behind you a little bit so that the core has a little bit of engagement.
Get my man boobs out a little bit.
And then see, look at this
Okay.
beautiful posture.
I feel good.
Straight away.
Okay.
And then this is usually where I would get somebody into, say, a breathing exercise to really settle themselves in before we get moving and to check in. Because what we want to do in yoga is stay checked in. We definitely don't want to check out.
Yeah.
And one of the
Good at
great
that.
ways to anchor in your practice, right, is through the breath. So this is a great way to start a practice. You would find a lot of this. Some teachers really like child's pose, which I mentioned before. We'll get crazy on occasion and start on our tummies or even standing. So this is just a really great way to start activating the body and come into the breath. So look at that first posture, and you're not even sweating.
I know. Well, I was sweating when I got in here.
So yeah, and from experience, I found, especially in-person yoga, very intimidating. There's that kind of Lululemon culture where you have this picture of what everybody's supposed to look like in yoga. We let all of that go here in this space. We want you to feel good in your body. So everything that we are doing in here is always a suggestion. We want you to stay checked in.
So it's not like if somebody's messing up, you're like, keep it up.
No.
Yeah, up.
No, no. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of discussion about hands-on adjustments versus verbal cues as adjustments, and my own personal feeling about hands-on is it feels I feel singled out
Uh-huh.
when a teacher comes over to me, and
Same.
yeah, and so I don't care for them. So I really try to use my
Hmm.
words, going back to those kindergarten lessons, use your
Yeah.
words, your indoor
It's like
words.
when you're in school, you're doing a test and they check, they're like, make sure you double check your answers, everybody. You're like, fuck you, dude. Come on. I think it was
Yes.
that bad.
So, yeah, we want everybody to come in and feel comfortable. Of course, if somebody wants a hands-on adjustment, we'll
Hmm.
we'll offer it,
Sure.
but we always say that we are making suggestions,
Hmm.
and if something isn't feeling good in your body where you are today when you step to your mat, skip it. It's okay to let things go. That
Hmm.
is part of life, is letting things go, especially when they don't serve you.
Yeah.
When we hang on to those things, we tend to hold on to a lot of negativity and
Yeah. Yeah.
and frustration and things that we just blah, blah.
How long have you been doing this
Let's see. I've
as an
been
instructor?
doing as an instructor. Okay, so I took my first teacher training in 2016,
Uh-huh.
so 10 years now,
Nice.
and I think I have what 10 certifications, different
Dang.
certifications now. And we offer just about everything that I've become certified in here
Uh-huh.
in the studio. And I am so lucky. I have this amazing group of teachers, and not just regular ones on the schedule, but subs, people who do workshops. So we really can invite in a whole lot of different things from the studio, which is
Okay, give me in this next one, then tell me which ones you guys offer. What you
okay.
doing next? I want to make me feel awkward.
Okay, I'm gonna make you feel a little awkward. I'm gonna have you slide off of your bolster then and make you
Okay.
feel even, yeah. So we're gonna get our sits bones to the ground. And this is something I say in all of my classes because I need to move a little meat out from under my seat to
Should I be
get the
having
sits bone to the earth.
should I be
So
having my dogs out too, or can I stay in socks?
you can stay in socks.
Okay.
You're fine.
All right.
We don't got the hot going. We're all good. All right. So this is a seated staff posture.
Okay.
So inhale your arms straight up, bringing the biceps next to the ears, palms facing one another. Now, I want you to soften your shoulders down first. Oh, creating that space
Mm.
between the ears and the shoulders. Very nice. Lift and reach through the fingers. I want you to scoop and hollow your belly up, and then hinge forward from your hips, getting as long as you can in your back body without rounding.
Without rounding? What do you
Without
mean?
rounding. So, without rounding, we
Oh,
want to
like
stay
from my hip?
lengthened through the spine. Yep. How low
God
can you go?
damn.
How low can you go? Keep reaching, keep reaching. Okay, now I want you just to surrender it. So fold down. Just let your forehead fall into you.
Like the flailing arm thing?
Good. See, now here is a time where I would love to say, I would like to give you a little hands-on adjustment or a little
Uh-huh.
cue. So I would tell you, hey, maybe you want to bring your block in here so that you can set your forearms down and find a little more ease in the forward fold. So you can set them like this or like this, but if you bring your earth a little closer to you,
Uh-huh.
you're going to feel a little less strain in your back
Mm.
body and a little more ease.
And this is very basic
This
stuff,
this is
obviously.
this is a now pull your toes towards your nose so that you've got the eccentric stretch from the
Yep.
heels to the sits bones. Yeah, you feel that?
That's where that is.
Good. So then I would encourage you to breathe into the length in the backs of the legs. And then I would even encourage you to breathe into the waistband of your pants to really feel the stretch in the low back.
My waistband's already stretched.
Then maybe dip your chin into your chest just for a hot minute and travel the breath all the way along the spine, breathing into the vertebrae. And feel yourself surrender on each exhale. So every exhale you take, feel yourself soften down, maybe a little more, maybe a little more. Maybe you start to find a little more space until eventually one day, maybe that forehead touches those knees, maybe.
I do feel like I got like 3/4 of an inch lower when I breathed.
So I love that.
Breathed.
The longer we hold, the more we breathe, the more open the body is to acceptance of what you're offering it, which is really funny that I say that because this week, the word of the week in the studio is accept.
Ooh.
We do a different word of the week every week.
Do you accept that I look stupid right now?
You
And that I'm doing it completely wrong?
do not look stupid. Now, to come out of it, what I would suggest is thinking one vertebrae at a time and just slowly rolling up, allowing your head to be the very last thing to rise.
That's the most I've thought about my own body probably ever. Like when you're explaining it, a vertebrae and breathing and like that's probably the most I've ever thought about my own body.
Perfect
Besides like
example of
this
being
hurts.
checked in.
Yeah.
Perfect example of being checked in.
That's awesome. So, okay. This isn't just yoga. It isn't just hot yoga. You have a whole other glamour of rooms over there.
Oh yeah, we've got yoga Lotties is what we call it. But basically I became certified in what's called human reformer Pilates. And it's everything that can be done on those really expensive machines without the machines.
Oh.
So we've turned that into yoga Lotties. I have another teacher getting ready to go through the teacher training. So we'll have even more of those classes on the schedule. But we have restorative yoga 3 days a week, which is done with these fun little pillows. We lovingly refer to it as nap time yoga.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, because it's in light heat, so you get the benefit of the heat, but it's all done down on the ground, all supported with things like blocks, bolsters, blankets. And it's a very comfortable
Little yoga planks.
releasing. No planks.
Oh.
No planks in that one.
I pictured like your whole body on blocks. Is that all right?
Kind of. You want me to set you up in a fun little posture?
Sure.
Okay, this could be fun. So I'm going to put you in a little supported fish pose. And this is a posture that can really help reset your posture itself. Because we do all of this all day long, right? All this rounding. So we want to reset.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is have you lie down on your back, and we're going to bring this to the base of your shoulder blades. So when you're lying down, it's going to be right here.
Gotcha.
So go ahead and come all the way down. Keep your head supported just for a heartbeat. Okay, we're going to move this down a little bit, up a little bit more. There we go. Up. Now come down. Head is supported. Let your arms fall open. Now to support the natural curvature of the spine, like those fancy phrases, pick up the knees. We're going to slide the bolster underneath. And you're going to let the legs dangle. Now, I like to say roll the palms open so that you're ready to receive. Let your shoulders become soft. And again, this is where you would breathe. And you can sort of feel that reset happening in the shoulders, where gravity is helping pull them down so that instead of going this way, you're starting to open up this way. And we all need this all the time.
And yoga is not about being miserable and stretching yourself to the limits.
I mean, I'm not going to lie.
There's
My
some people
hot
that
power
love that.
classes on the weekends, I really try to invite in some challenges.
Do they get miserable in there?
Oh, absolutely.
And
in
there's
the best
people
way
who want
possible.
to. It seems like the very little I know, there's two different things. There's people who come here to get miserable. People who come here to relax.
Yeah. And then there's everybody in between. And we've got it all for everybody. Cool, gentle, yin yasa. Like I said, restorative, hot power, hot vinyasa. So we have something for everybody. And I don't want anybody to be intimidated coming in here. Everything can be done at your own pace. Oh, did I mention yoga sculpt? Now that's what I want to get you in for.
That sounds hardcore. I'm not sculpted.
Well, think yoga with weights and cardio. It's a full body workout. Dang. Full disclosure, let me tell you,
Am I allowed to turn my head?
I guess.
I feel like I'm strapped down.
No, you're good. And whenever you're done, feel free to roll off to the side and press yourself up. But I've had a lot of CrossFitters come in for yoga sculpts, never to return.
Really?
Yes.
It's that hardcore.
It's pretty intense.
Dang.
But again, it can be done at any level.
Yeah.
You can take your cardio to low impact. You can set down your weights. You don't have to go to timing. You can slow things down, skip a couple rounds. Oh, yeah. Tonight we're doing Sculpt Uno.
How does that work?
I'm bringing a deck of Uno cards in. And every color is going to be assigned a different exercise.
Oh, fun.
And then you add the number, and that's what you do. So we're going to have a lot of fun this week. Yeah.
If you need extra Uno cards from Giovanni, we have his old Paw Patrol ones, his old Mickey Mouse ones.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable. So funny. I didn't even own Uno. I can't believe that. Yeah, I bought a deck.
Oh, dude, he was obsessed for years. And so we had like 12 different packs. And every time he saw a new one, we had to get it like he was.
Like new one.
Yeah, it was his Pokemon cards. It was wild.
That's so cute. Let's do some half butterfly while we chat. We're going to go opposite of one another. So my left leg, your right leg, and you can bring your right foot to your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. We're going to create that eccentric stretch from the heel to the sits bone again. So we'll keep pulling the toes towards the nose.
Okay.
We brought these fun things in with us. You got yours over there?
I thought these were punishment.
They're not. They're such a great assistant. I'm going to take mine around. Not right. taking it around the ball mound of your foot.
Leash the dog.
Yep,
Okay.
yep, just like that. And so we've got it in our hand, and we've got that long stretch. We're going to shift the heart so that it faces over the thigh.
Okay.
So we've got that little twist in the torso, and then just walk your hands down the strap. Folding down. So kind of the same idea as that first fold.
Mhm.
Yep. And you can start to lengthen. So on the inhale, think lengthen. On the exhale, think soften.
They both just feel tighten.
Woo! Okay, good. So just breathing. So one thing you don't want to do is hold your breath. But you're starting to open the back of the leg, but notice you've got that hip opener too. So we're
I do
getting
have
that
hip
stretch.
issues
Do you?
on my left side, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like an elderly.
Like an elderly.
I fell down just walking up a driveway a few months ago. It's when I get fatter. So if I get past like a certain weight, I was walking and it just locked up and I fell and I had to crawl to my car like an idiot.
No.
Yes, it's cool. Don't be fat, kids. Doesn't do you any good.
So once again, I want you just to walk your hands up and roll up a vertebrae at a time, coming all the way back up. And then what's really great about this is that we're just going to switch, taking the other one out and this one in.
If you hear somebody's pants rip in a class, do you say anything?
No.
Have you heard it?
Oh, yes. We hear all kinds of noises in class. It's super fun. The grunts, the moans, the breathing, the gas, which, of course, occasionally
It's
happens.
inevitable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just pretend like it doesn't happen. It's fine.
God, I'm such a child. It'd be such a challenge for me to be like, that guy for sure didn't fart. There's no way. I couldn't
Which
pretend.
probably he definitely did.
That would be me.
So don't forget to square that heart a little bit over the thigh first. Yeah, get that little twist in the torso and then slowly walk yourself down that strap.
And hopefully you guys are watching on YouTube and not listening, because otherwise this is going to be the worst podcast you've ever experienced. But if you are, watch her for the correct way and me for the starter way.
You're doing great. Soften down through your knee. Yes, and then just breathe. Remember, the more you embrace that breath, the more open your body is going to be to accepting what you are offering it. So as you breathe in and out, again, think length on the inhale, think softening on the exhale. Good. See, and I love to see a little shake because it's getting into those muscles.
Yeah. It's definitely get into my back of my leg ones.
Good. Well, and our hamstrings are always tight. And if you ever have low back pain, that's usually tied to your hamstrings and how tight they are. So now, once again, just go up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Cool. And then shake it out.
Do you want to hear my form of hot yoga?
Yes, please.
Sometimes when I'm really sore in the morning, I just stretch in the shower and I just hope to God nobody breaks into my house. And they just see me there, just all sorts of naked, just folded down. I'm like standing in there. And everything's just pointing out. Because if I fall, I want to hit the wall. I don't want to hit the door.
Right, of course.
So they're going to be like, give me all your ooh.
Never mind. I'm going to go hit the next house.
You know what, dude? I'm just going to leave this stuff.
That is so funny. Yeah. I've never had that happen stretching in the shower yet, but now that's one thing for me to think about. Yeah, thank you.
And also I heard remember that song? It's Ren's favorite song right now. Dancing in the mirror, singing in the shower.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Was that Becky G?
Yes.
Yes.
So now I sit there and I go, stretching in the shower. Lotties.
I like that you have a theme song.
Yeah, and I do for everything.
That's great. I do too. Isn't that funny?
You got to.
Yeah, I think so. Music makes things fun.
Just one word will trigger it sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, truly. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. No, 100%. Okay. I am going to make you do something that's going to have you shaken.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Yeah, I thought we were already doing that, but yep.
I mean, normally I wouldn't make anyone do anything, but
I want everybody to see all sides of this.
Well, and so I mentioned that the word of the week is accept. And it was in Saturday's hot class, and we had a pretty full room in here. We can fit 30 in here, and we pretty much max out on the weekends.
Yeah.
And one gal was in the front corner, and she's like, I chose to be here. I accept my fate. So you chose to be here.
There you go.
You're accepting your fate.
Perfect. I accept it.
Okay.
I called you, so.
So remember, when we connect our sits bones to the earth, I like to shift a little meat out from under my seat. So I like to move all that around. From there, though, we're going to connect those sits bones to the earth, and we're going to bring our feet to the mat.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you start one way first. I'm going to have you bring your hands right here.
Okay.
Pointed forward, and you're leaning back now. We don't want to round. So remember, we just tried to combat that rounding. So drawing the shoulders down the back body, you probably can feel your core already sort of igniting a little bit through that lean back and that length in the spine.
I think I'm doing it wrong. I can't.
And then draw the navel in just a little
Oh, there
bit.
we go.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now what I want you to do is pick up both of your feet.
Oh, Jesus. Yep.
Now, if you want to have a little more fun, you can grab onto those hamstrings.
I don't.
You're like, I don't. Good.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can let go altogether.
Yep.
Or you can go for the toes and go straight up.
Your legs are half the length of mine.
Woo, yay! Something I love to say in classes is you never know unless you try.
Just do it. Yeah.
Truly, it's worth just trying.
It's kind of, it's fun too.
That's what everybody's favorite is boat pose because it really works that core. We like to do long boat, short boat. You want to do long boat, short boat?
I don't know what that means. Yeah.
Oh, well, let's do it anyways. Okay. You bring your hands here. We'll do long boat, short boat support. So bring the knees in.
Okay.
Paralleling the shins to the ceiling. Short boat. Long boat.
Oh.
Lean back. Yeah. Oh. And then pull it all back in, making that core work. So out and in.
You keep your hands there.
Yeah, that's a great way to find support. Now you can always release and just move without support.
Gotcha.
This is a great way to build strength.
Core strength.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because you're not supposed to do sit-ups aren't that good for you, right?
I wouldn't say that. I'm a big ab girl. I do a new ab sequence every month on my classes.
I really like, obviously not right now, I really like doing the ab roller. That's one of my favorites.
I remember those.
And I like doing the knee ones and the leg ones. And I would alternate. So like 10 on the knees, 10 standing up, 10 on the knees. I don't know. I always just like that one because I do have a lot of back issues. And so doing like the sit-ups and curls, it always messed me up.
Yeah. And crunches aren't for everybody.
No.
I mean, it's so true. I like a lot of full range movement for the core. I always include like one full range ab workout in my ab sequences every month because I think full range of motion in the body is really important to embrace. Yeah. You get a lot of that in yoga. You know, we move everything from the feet to the fingers, and that's what keeps us moving. Yeah. Motion is the lotion.
How many classes do you have taught here per week?
Oh gosh, how do I not know the number? I know it's a lot. So, we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is 5 classes every day. Mondays 3, Sundays 3, Saturdays 2, Fridays 1.
Dang.
So we have lots of classes, lots of offerings. And then we do lots of fun things too. Yeah. We're having our very first day retreat this weekend.
Ooh, where's
at Cottonwood Canyon State Park.
Nice.
I know. Myself and 3 of the other teachers from the studio will be there for a full day of hiking, outdoor yoga, intention setting, movement, jewelry stamping, so much fun. So stuff like that. We like to do things in the community like cabbie. I don't know if everybody's familiar with cabbie fashion, but I think we've got that in the studio this week for all of our community members to like update their spring wardrobe.
Nice.
Sound baths. Have you ever done a sound bath?
No.
Oh, Gabe and Shayna, they are
usually
fantastic.
am the sound bath.
And that one's Mother's Day weekend, but a full immersion sound bath is a really great way to reset your system internally. You just lay there, you listen, and you feel like a new person when you step off the mat.
Is it good for people with ADHD?
Yes, because I think definitely yes, because the sounds shift. So right when you think you're kind of falling into a lull or getting a little, what would you say? I don't want to say anxious, but a little ready for it to move on. It does. And so there's a constant little shift happening through the sounds that actually calms the central nervous system.
Interesting.
Okay, so after a boat pose, let's see. Yeah, why don't we teach child's pose? Because you just mentioned that you have some back issues on occasion, and child's pose is a really great way to rest the back body.
Okay.
Great way to open the hips and rest the back body. So what you're going to do is come onto your knees And since we have the bolsters, we're going to make this a very yin style child's pose. So a supported child's pose.
Okay.
So grab that big bolster, take the knees wide and the big toes to touch.
Okay.
And then slide that bolster right on in. Yep. And then what you're going to do is just fold down over the top of it, taking one ear to the bolster and soften down. See, isn't that the kind of pose you want to do every single day?
This is nice. My daughter does sleep like this sometimes.
Does she?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but breathing into the back body. So if I was teaching this posture in restorative class, I would have you hold it for probably about 4 to 5 minutes.
Yes,
And
that sounds nice.
right? And then halfway through, I would just have you turn your ear to the other side so that you would stay balanced in the body. So this is a great representation of something that you would find in the restorative class, because you find support. It's that light heat, and then you just breathe and you hold, allowing the body to let go.
So is there different restorative classes, or I guess I should go back. Explain what a restorative class is.
So a restorative class is just that. You are restoring your body. So you're using all of the tools to support yourself. You're not leaving the ground. Everything is done on the floor. So it's very chill, very soft on the body. And you hold these supportive postures for an extended amount of time and you breathe. That is the focus. And this allows the body to let go and release of things that we hold in the body.
That sounds nice.
Not just injury, but think about everything we do on a daily basis.
Well, and just age. I mean,
yep,
everything changes. In the last 10 years, everything has changed in my body.
Yeah. Well, and every encounter you have
Obviously.
brings something into the body. What? No just for men yet, sir?
Nah, just going rogue.
See, that's what I say. I'm going to go rogue when it happens. So yeah, supported child's pose. And if you always wanted to go deeper, you could remove the bolster and stretch way out just like so. Yeah. So you probably feel that a little more in your back body. And then may I touch you?
Yeah.
Okay. So let your forehead settle down onto the mat. So
depends
soften all the way
where.
down. And then I'm just going to push you down and back here a little bit to create a little more space in the low back. And then I would encourage breath here into the back body, breathing into the back, and then exhaling, softening down through the chest. And so you're going to feel that stretch in the underarms through the side body. You're opening up your spine. You're starting to open your hips, but you're letting the muscles in the back relax. And then, of course, there's always embryo style. So right where you are, just bring your arms right next to your body. Bring your knees in a little closer. And just make that little small ball. Yep. Little embryo style.
Do I look cool?
You do what you, dude. I would have wanted to be your best friend in high school if you've done this all the time.
You ever have anybody do this? Huh? 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 Huh?
I can't say that I have, but now I'm going to encourage it in every class.
Now do the bean spin.
So good. Oh, I love it. Yeah.
So how many instructors do you have here?
We've got 13 right now.
Dang. That's
we're
crazy.
we're always on the hunt for the next
Yeah.
family member, though, and we really are. We're a very close knit group here. We really embrace community, Joey. We want everybody to feel great here. So you walk in and it's like coming home.
If somebody wanted to do like a beginner class, are those offered?
So what I suggest for people who want to try beginner classes, I always suggest starting with a restorative class or a cool, gentle, or a vinyasa, because those are very beginner based. It's very basic postures, very gentle, slower movement, and it helps you to become familiar with some of the terminology, which, by the way, I barely have comprehension of the English language. So taking on Sanskrit was a really bad idea for me. I don't know what I was thinking there, but yeah, so it's just a great way to familiarize yourself. But I have had people come into my power classes, very first class ever. Again, with verbal cueing, I really try to walk people through poses. I think you can jump into any class as a beginner at this studio anyways, and still find your footing.
And, everybody's outside looking at it, seems like everybody's just worried about what they're doing and what you're doing as an instructor.
It's so true. Nobody is paying attention to what you're doing.
Yeah.
Ever. Ever. you are truly trying to stay, again, checked in. And so it is. It's about you. When you step to your mat, it's about meeting yourself where you are, accepting what your body is willing to give to you that day, which is going to be different every day. You give yourself grace on the days where your body isn't performing the way it was, say, 2 days ago. But just finding that comfort level. And it honestly doesn't matter what stage of a practice you are. You see people going from headstand to chaturanga. You see people skipping chaturanga and going from plank to down dog, which I wanted to show you a chaturanga today.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So a chaturanga
spicy.
essentially is a tricep push-up.
Okay.
In
Let's
yoga.
not do it.
You're like, we're not going to do it. So I figure I'll go sideways first to show you so that everybody can see what it looks like, and then we can go head on. And what I'll do is show you 2 different ways to do it, a supported variation and an unsupported variation.
Okay.
So we bring our palms under our shoulders, and our shoulders are right over our wrists, and we start in high plank. So I'll start with a supported variation, where I lower my knees. Now notice that my knees are not directly under my hips. This is in a tabletop. The core is engaged. The belly is firm. From here, you pull the elbows straight back, hovering the chest down. And then you either land all the way down for the next move, or you hover and flip into next move. Usually when you're doing a chaturanga push-up, that's an upward facing dog that I went into. An unsupported variation, you start in that high plank pose, and then you shift forward slightly, and then you bring the elbows down and back, hovering, and I'm going to flip right into an upward facing dog, which is 4 points of contact to the earth.
Gotcha.
Tops of feet, paws.
Okay, I forgot the first one.
Well, we're going to do it together. So hands under shoulders, and then start in your high plank so that you're lifted and firm. Good. Now just gently lower the knees so that the upper body is at a diagonal. Diagonal. By the way, that's how I talk in most of my classes when I'm teaching.
I thought because you're just a pretentious yoga instructor, you'd call it diagonal.
No.
Oh, sit diagonal for me.
I make up words like heaps.
If you don't have Lululemon on, then get out.
Get out. Also, I do not own any Lululemon.
I don't either.
Yep, I'm not a fan. Anyways, okay, so knees down. Now, what I want you to do is embrace your core. Don't let it sag.
Okay.
Pick it up. Oh, there's core engagement. Now, from here, the elbows are going to slide next to the body. Okay. Oh, yes. Do you feel that? Oh, do you feel those triceps? Now, just push right back up. Okay. You feel that? You want to try one on the toes?
Nope, I'm gonna.
So come into that high plank. Okay. And so again, don't collapse here. Keep lifting. Yes, we want to stay strong through the core as we go down. Shift forward on the toes. And then slowly bring those elbows in. Oh, look at you go. And up.
I know. I didn't do that part the second time. The first time.
That's okay. That was pretty good. You can see where that's really effective in your shoulders and your triceps.
And why you can get in really good shape in this.
My first in-studio teacher, he would every year bring in on the anniversary where he was able to get rid of his walking devices. He would bring them in and say, this is when I finally was able to give up. This is the day I was able to give up all of these extras. Yeah. Because yoga helped me work through all of the injury that I had in my body. And it was so cool. Inspirational. Yeah. That's how I got into teaching, by the way. I wanted to make everybody feel as good as I was feeling. Mm-hmm. I wanted everybody to feel as comfortable as Bert made me feel. Mm-hmm. I wanted to share that with people, and it's so now amazing. I get to do it. It's like, I'm so blessed every day. It's such a dream to live.
Yeah. You always have been, but you're always the happiest person every time I see you.
Oh, thank you. It's not hard to be happy when you are absolutely surrounded by blessings.
And people are coming here. They want to be here. They want to see you. They want to have fun. They want to get in shape. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So if you have somebody like me who can have social anxiety in certain things, if they want to start doing yoga at home for maybe they have 5 minutes a day. Yeah. What do you suggest for them to get started so they feel comfortable coming in here? Because I would be one of those people.
I would suggest learning a sun salutation. Mm-hmm. Honestly, just because it's 11 moves, it's standing down to the ground and full body movement. So it's a reach to the sky, it's a little back bend, it's a stretch up, it's a forward fold, it's a half lift, and then it's down to plank. And then you move through your chaturanga, and then your back bend, and then you move to down dog, and then you travel back to the top. So it's a sequence of movements that just helps open the body very well. I mean, I wouldn't call it a warm up sequence because it's really not. I take everybody through a warm up before we even get into sun salutations. But it's, I think, just a great place to start because you move from head to toe through a sun salutation.
Gotcha.
Or a Surya Namaskar A, since I can nail that Sanskrit.
Nailed
it.
So say again, sun salutation.
Yeah, so sun salutation.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great place to start. And then remembering like things like child's pose, which is super wonderful.
Yeah.
Especially if you've got, back troubles. And I always like
Back trouble, no ass.
I always like to tell people that they can take child's pose whenever and wherever they need it, even at the grocery store.
Yeah.
If you see somebody in child's pose at Freddy's, that was me.
or they're dying.
Or that.
Like, oh my God, did you hear that from Angela?
It was that
I'm joking.
lady at the yoga
I'm joking, you idiots. They're all doing it with them.
Bust into movement in the middle of Freddy's. Oh my gosh, that would be so great. A flash yoga mob. Oh my God. I'm going to do a flash yoga mob into Dallas.
That's a
Just
good
wait for it.
idea.
It's going to happen.
Is there anything else that you want to share before we're done?
No, I don't think so. Is there anything else you want me to talk about before we're done?
No, I just wanted to kind of give people insight of how a day-to-day works and what it entails. And, for someone like me who's not really in shape, it is kind of intimidating when you don't, you'll see classes and stuff online, but that's different. Some of those, I just wanted somebody to be able to see you and be like, okay, this is fine.
I would like to say one more thing because I would like to differentiate between a home practice and an in-studio practice. And this is something I didn't learn until way later in life. I wish I had not been so intimidated because I started yoga right after I had my daughter when I was 25, and I did it all at home. It was never in community doing it because I was very intimidated. When I went in for my very first in-studio practice, I remember feeling so uplifted and so powerful just because I was connected to these individuals next to me, finding some flow and some movement and some release. And so for anybody that is fully submerged in a home practice and has never tried coming and moving in community, I can't recommend it enough. There's just nothing like sharing that with other individuals and other individuals that maybe you wouldn't normally connect with on a daily basis. So really bringing people together from all different walks of life. And there's something incredibly powerful and special about that.
That's
That's
awesome.
why I'm always in a good mood.
Yeah. And even in a small town, there's not, I would imagine this is a really good place to connect with people who, have that same mindset.
Yeah. Well, and again, it's community. Things like that have made it so that we've been able to do puppy and kitty yoga with the Humane Society.
I forgot about, have we talked about that on camera?
No.
Okay.
But
I do want you to talk about that. That's adorable.
But that community, that sense of community and those connections make it possible for us to partner with the Columbia Gorge Food Bank, make it possible for us to do kitty and puppy yoga with the Gorge Humane Society. Makes it possible for me to go in and teach family yoga at Wonderworks. That community involvement, that connection, that is what this is really all about. That's all I want for this space too.
And just to be clear, nobody's telling you have to go do these things. You were seeking these community events out.
Yes, 100%. Again, this should be a space where you feel like you're coming into community, and that's all I can hope for.
What's a website someone can go to see all this stuff?
Oh, empoweryoga.biz. That's
Perfect.
me. Yep. And then of course you can find us on the gram, Instagram at Empower Yoga the Dells. So
perfect.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for doing this with me. This is so much fun.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I just remember meeting you when you were a little wee 17-year-old. And was
I asking you to buy beer?
No, it might have already been there if I recall properly. But I just remember meeting you, and I thought you were such a great kid, and you turned into such a great
Oh,
human
thank you. I
being.
appreciate
And
it.
we've got such a beautiful
Yeah,
family,
they're
and
the
this is
best.
a great endeavor for you. I'm really
Yeah,
excited.
it's fun. I just love doing it. It's
Yeah.
a blast.
But again, it brings you out into
Yeah.
community. It's connection.
Mhm.
I feel like this works.
Yeah, and I just want. It was a lot of local stuff, but I've been transitioning a lot to business because I just want to see small businesses just
Succeed.
succeed.
Yeah, same, same.
Hmm.
Especially when we see so many closing right now.
Yep,
So I would really
exactly.
like to see it. I would really like to see us all lift one another.
Yeah, 100%.
Mhm.
Well, the last thing I'll check is if I have hole in my pants because I was afraid to look.
Nope.
Woo!
I didn't see any splitting going
I'm good to
on.
go.
It's a win. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you. Yeah, good
Joey.
job. You